Hello, and welcome to Project Refit. We're the group you didn't know you needed until you found us. Project Refit was started to be a safe place for veterans and attempt to lower the veteran suicide rate of 22 per day. It was quickly opened up to first responders who are more likely to die by suicide than in the line of duty. Over 6% of first responders have attempted suicide at some point in their career. This is a place where those who are hurting can come and tell their story to others that truly understand. It sometimes gets very raw, but it is important that we allow our military and first responders to talk without judgment or restriction. We only have a few rules: no isms, no racism, sexism, or discrimination. If we want others to respect us, we have to respect others and ourselves. We try to steer clear of politics and religion, as they are sometimes triggering. No interruptions when someone is telling their story. Don't interrupt. It may be the first time they've been able to talk about it out loud. No diagnosing. Usually none of us are trained, and even if you are, this is not the time or place to diagnose others. Don't tell others what they must do. You can tell them what you did and how it worked, but don't tell them what they need to do. We do encourage therapy. Just opening up and talking in the group is therapeutic, and several people who have been here on Buddy Check-In have gone on to professional therapy with great results, but only when they were ready. And warning, we will mock you, just means you've been accepted as one of us. Okay, I got a Facebook message. Somebody is on their way in. So we will be getting started very shortly. We do have a few people. I don't know if they left already or not, but Greg, who has done a great recovery, we sponsored in the Spartan race in Colorado, and we have a couple of people going out there to run the race with him, and I believe they're driving, so they may have left already. This Thursday, we will be at the Hamilton Arts Center for the third Thursday event. Whoops, looks like they are driving. You on your way already, James?
Is it just?
Yeah, you on your
Why
way
can't
already?
I hear you? Hey, on. It's probably me, man. Give me a second. I have something to show you.
It's always the redhead.
What up? What up? Here we go. You ready? You want to see something fucking cool?
Go ahead.
You can't really see it, but we got the truck.
Ah, and you got the trailer?
The trailer we started working on. I was working on it for like 8 hours with Mike Bover. We were working Sunday. So we were working on it on Sunday. I'm gonna take a bunch of pictures and stuff. We're working on the truck tomorrow too. Actually I can't. I need this whole thing. But yeah, we got it. We're driving out to completed the mission. We're gonna be able to drive out to Greg. And we're getting it done. It's about to start fucking downpouring by me, lightning and shit, but let me see if I can here. Let's see.
Oh, we see it flashing.
There you go.
Flashy lights.
Yeah.
Great. Now we have a truck that's gonna run around and splash. Splashing.
What's up, Jimmy?
What's
This
up,
is it,
dude?
man. We're gonna be bringing this all around to see everybody. We were working this weekend on the trailer on Sunday morning,
It's pretty cool, dude.
all throughout the day. Lava and I, and this is the inside.
Okay, so it's a Chevy.
Yeah, we got a Chevy.
Hey, when
We
you're
ended
on a
up getting-
budget, you go with
Yes.
who gives you the best deal.
We got it for 39,000 actually. We got it super cheap.
Holy shit. Okay, if you
Yep.
call that cheap.
That is cheap, trust me.
It is cheap.
Especially for a truck. Check it out, dude. We got a. This is all of it inside. Oh, my bad. This is Kyle, everybody. He's from Germany.
How you doing?
Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
That's some of the guys there.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's him. But yeah, this is it, boys. I'm gonna come in to see you soon. So
I'm expecting you.
I know, I can't wait. We'll be making it happen. Trust me.
I missed you at the campsite,
I know, man. I miss you too.
but I'm glad. I hope you got some rest.
Shit, I'll put you back in the. I have to learn how to.
No, he's working on the truck.
Oh fuck yeah! We're gonna get this whole thing wrapped up, baby. Yeah, shut up, Jimmy.
Kids and their toys.
I heard that laugh.
This is James, not Jimmy. I
Blame Deanne.
don't blame
yeah.
you.
Oh, James, my bad, bro. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't take
Normally,
it as I don't take it as an insult. Promise you.
all right, I'm gonna go inside and get some food real quick.
Do it.
Love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
Oh shit. Eddie's!
There we go. Finally got it to share.
Everybody hide your beers.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
Whose birthday?
Yeah, who the hell had a birthday?
Ah,
It's the Army's birthday. What are you talking
Oh.
about?
They're still drunk.
It's Uncle Sam's birthday.
It was canceled due to lack of interest.
Hmm.
So how are you doing, Anthony?
All right, I got my whiskey, steak, guns, and freedom.
There you go.
Like it.
Signed for my house today.
Fan freaking tastic.
Say again.
I said that's fan freaking tastic.
It is.
So when are you moving in?
We're gonna piecemeal it probably about the next almost full 2 weeks, because they're supposed to deliver the floors on Wednesday and then start installing on the Monday we return back into town.
Wow.
So that'll take them about 4 or 5 days to finish up the whole thing. And then I got the moving truck coming in on the 27th. So kind of a long process, but I think it's methodically
moved into
pieced
this
together.
We moved into this house a long time ago. We just like threw stuff in cars and brought it over a little bit at a time.
Cars or wagons?
I think I might have had a van then. Not really sure.
It was called a T model.
It was a long time ago. I really don't remember all the details.
Steam engine van.
James Moore, did you download the other pictures of your dog?
I think so. I clicked on the link anyways. I don't think I downloaded anything.
Oh, well, they'll be up there till I die, pretty much.
I like it. Well, not for you dying, but pictures. Yep.
Well, my wife said she's going to try and keep me around a little bit longer. So,
Well, that's good.
got my second COVID shot.
And you're not speaking Russian?
Nope. Had a panic
Damn.
attack though. I got dizzy and I immediately went to I'm having another stroke, and it's just low blood sugar this time. But I don't like the feeling when I'm not in total control. It really throws me off. So did you guys eventually catch a fish?
Mike had a bite.
A mosquito or a fly?
All right.
I think the dog was doing better. At least he got a box of biscuits.
I know, right? I agree with that.
I don't know why my dog won't eat them. I think mine is too spoiled. So Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm still here. Waiting on VA CMP exam to finally put their notes in. I'm hoping it'll be the last one that I have to go to.
Well, that would mean everything's, well, I don't want to say everything's resolved, but
Well, supposedly right now I'm doing a supplemental claim, which I don't really understand. I can't concentrate long enough to read the paperwork to know what the hell it all means.
Mm.
But it's not looking good for the VA. Or along with a bunch of nonprofits and VSOs that have committed fraud over the past north of a decade.
Yay.
Yeah,
well,
something everybody wants to go through on a Sunday, right? Especially
Yeah,
when you
Clark
can't write.
I'll tell you, you are a case study in perseverance. So
Hey, I'm not dead yet. I got too many people to piss off. Most people have the bucket. Most people have a bucket list of things to do in life. Mine's a list of people to piss off. Hey, you got to have goals.
Right?
really,
And I'm 41. I'm divorced twice, married twice, divorced twice. I got 5 kids, and every limb on my body doesn't work anymore. So all I got left is pissing people off.
it's always good to have a hobby.
Good hobby.
Goals. Got to have goals in life.
Good hobby.
Plus, I don't like liars. My brain's fucked up enough, I can't keep shit straight. So if somebody's black and white lying, I'm going to call it out. Now it's just waiting on the call out to happen. Paperwork's in.
So you stirred the pot. Now we got to see where everything settles.
Yeah, well, the paperwork that got submitted was more like, yeah, hot potato. Somebody else play with the nuke.
I
The
am
paperwork-
sure somebody will.
I'm hoping so. It actually contradicts all current legislation and, well, any advocacy out there about burn pits. So I'm hoping. Otherwise, everybody's going to have a whole bunch of egg in their face.
Well, sometimes when they don't do the right thing, it comes back to haunt them.
Yeah. This one's going to be like, as of right now, there are 7 individuals that have perpetrated all of it. It started with the Secretary of the Joint Chief of Staff back in 2006.
It's just a secretary. All they know how to do is keep notes anyway.
Well, keep notes or make recommendations to the Joint Chiefs. in revisions for their DoD directed regulations, which if those revisions result in a massive injustice to the entire United States Armed Forces, yeah, that's a little bit of a boo-boo. At least, that's what I understand of how paperwork works.
Yeah, but it's cheaper to give you a military discount at Taco Bell.
It would have been. But now I'm just waiting on the supplemental claim because fuck, the Army retired me at 90%. The VA put me at 100%. I'm not fighting for everybody. I'm not fighting for me. I'm fighting for everybody else.
Kind of what they taught you to do.
Yeah, it's what the NCO Creed says to do. From the beginning, you learn that shit right off the bat. I will not make anybody do anything I won't do my damn self. Not in those terms, obviously. I'm used to being a grease monkey. So we have a bad habit of, no, don't worry about it, I'll do it. Kind of, I've noticed service support versus combat arms. Combat arms, it's all about teamwork. Service support, it's called, no, get out of the way. I'll hurry up and get it done so we can get these, angry infantry guys the hell out of here. And it's led to the separation in advocacy to the point of actually harming people. It's rather sad. If everybody got on the same page, this shit would be easy. James pays me to be here. Really? You're so full of shit. You show up smiling every time. And we all know James don't pay enough for you to smile.
No, the smile's on top, just a little extra.
That's why he's bitching about his knees all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Is James in here or?
No, he's got to get his beauty sleep.
I think he had to get out of the rain with the truck.
Really? Out of the rain with the truck.
Yeah, they got the truck.
Right, but out of the rain with the truck. I'm just trying to comprehend that statement.
Yeah, I don't think they want it wet yet.
Really? Wow.
Has it been wrapped already?
I don't think so. It didn't look like it had anything on it.
Oh my God, it's naked.
Yeah, he's not used to having a truck. You got to give him some time to get used to. You have to let him grow into his balls that he's supposed to have by now.
If it's clean, the first question should be, is it broke?
It's new.
Brand new.
Okay, I'm from Washington State. Brand new means it's still on the lot. If it's off the lot, it's susceptible to rain, mud, dirt, brush, grass, trees, and the occasional deer.
Yeah, but it's not broke.
Right, but that's just coming out of the dealership in Washington State.
Yeah, but it's not broke. That's what trucks are made for. They're supposed to be.
Well, I still don't comprehend the amount of money he spent on a truck.
Hmm.
And I've owned several, and I've never spent more than 14 grand.
Damn. How long has it been since you've owned a truck?
Shit.
Yeah.
5 years now.
You can't get a truck. If you're getting a truck for 14 grand, it's probably barely running nowadays.
Actually, you can get one certified pre-owned off the dealership here for less than 15.
It's probably a year or two away from the grave then. Because I just finished shopping certified pre-owned, and the trucks and just about every truck is holding value now. It used to not be that way.
Well, you have to also look at the area you're searching in. With you being in California, I would recommend Dave Smith out of Idaho. Largest Dodge dealer around for our region, and their prices, you can get one for under 30. Brand new.
Yeah, I could see that. I got mine brand new in 19 for right around 30. But even when I was looking at old ones, used ones, it was like 30 for those as well. That's why I went new, because I was like, why am I going to pay 30 for an old one? If I can buy it.
Now, I'm from an area that if you want to go to the used car dealer, you can get a healthy truck for 8 grand. It's not pretty, but it'll damn well do the job. I don't know. I'm still a fan of like a 99 Dodge Dakota RT. So these newfangled things with electronics, I'm not a fan of. Anything 4x shouldn't be ran by a computer.
They're all run by computers now.
Not in the Northwest.
Ram's got the electric truck that's supposed to be out by, I think, 2023 or 2024.
Yeah, too bad too bad most people can't afford it.
Yeah, it's going to be like 60, 65.
Yeah, the Jeep Gladiator pickups like 50, 55.
Right.
So basically, you're telling me I'm never getting a new vehicle again.
No, you just gotta. I
'Cause
mean,
I ain't paying that much.
they're already doing 12-year loans on vehicles, which is unheard of from back in the day. But now it's like you almost have to.
Yeah.
Like taking out a mortgage.
I know. I agree. I don't like it either.
Yeah, I will shop for like a 1980 Chevy Scottsdale 1-ton and call it good. 5 grand, we're good.
Prices are also going up too because of there's like problems with productions and the electrical chips in vehicles. My mother-in-law works in a dealership, and she's like, if you want a vehicle, you need to get it now because there's going to be a vehicle shortage. So
Go bicycle.
They told me the same thing about the vaccine.
Go bicycle and vitamin C.
California put like $150 million just into the vaccine alone. So for the next, because the vaccine itself costs what, like $20 each. So you take the $20, and then you take like the they have $50 grocery store gift certificates or gift cards, grocery store gift cards that they're giving to the next 2 million customers that are coming through and getting their vaccine.
find that to
What
be a
you're
little
telling me
creepy.
is I got vaccinated in the wrong state
Yeah. So,
because I didn't get nothing but a sore arm.
oh, it's gonna go up. I'm sure it'll get better. Just keep waiting. Keep holding out. You might get like cocaine for.
Hey,
You never know.
Washington State's up to 250.
See, yeah, we're behind the bar curve.
Yeah, you guys are slacking if you're only getting $50. Washington's 250 on the raffle part, or you get $100 gift card.
Well, yeah, I know they got the raffle thing going on too, but I'm just talking about every single person walking through the door. But yeah, still $50. We're behind the power curve. Either that or they just know that we're not as great at the education system. So we probably don't know any different anyway.
See, all I heard was sucker.
Yeah, see, New Jersey, you go to the drugstore and get the vaccine, and then they make you stay there for 15 minutes. So you walk around and you end up buying stuff.
Yeah, that sounds better than over here. They just had people standing in a parking lot looking at each other. Got super weird.
Should have stood in the parking lot yelling out, "Where's Waldo?"
Mm.
So Deanne, how you doing?
Doing good. Surviving. Think I have 6 more days left of work.
How many
You're on a
hours?
countdown?
Not that I'm counting down or anything. Minutes.
I am like really impressed by the number of people here that are running the Spartan races up.
Where?
We got 3 guys going to Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like physical effort. No, thank you.
I'm very upset that I passed on mine this weekend, but I just know I wasn't ready.
Well, I'm looking for like a 5K hobble.
Yeah, I'm not ready either, but I'm also not scared.
No, I'm not. I should have done it. but
That's so messed up.
That's my
Well,
motivational speech. That's all you get. Sorry. $5. I'll
Yeah.
send you a bill.
Thanks, Anthony. No, I just after having COVID, I wasn't like I can't even run a mile without stopping 2 or 3 times. So I know I'm physically not ready. Mentally, I'm fine. It's just physically, I know I lost a lot of training, and the race that I normally run is 5 miles of nothing but an abandoned ski resort. So
Right.
there's no way. I mean, I could probably have done it, but I just would have finished 4 hours later. And
Yeah,
I didn't want to do that.
You're gonna hear about me on Monday. They're all gonna log on and be like, "This motherfucker."
Are you racing?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
they're gonna be like, "We thought like this dude wears a mask on Zoom or something. We thought he was okay. This dude is actually like 63 years old.
Oh, stop.
We're halfway through the race. He's cracking open beers." Like he stops to talk to the flag lady, you know. We're like, dude, we're on a race, and he's like, I don't know, like she's got an interesting story. What do you think? So yeah, they're gonna bitch and moan about me.
Oh, stop. You're gonna have so much fun. Have you done a Spartan race before?
No,
It's
but
really
I played
cool.
a doctor on TV once.
Is that a true story?
No.
Don't
God,
get
I
me
played a
going. I am
detective in a
gullible.
movie once.
That one's probably true though.
Yeah. Wasn't a great movie, but still.
Oh, are we counting home movies? Hell yeah, then I played doctor.
No. Not a home movie. It's on Amazon.
That's what she said.
Mine's probably on Amazon too, but you got to subscribe to the right channel.
Just fans.
My OnlyFans.
Well, I'm just impressed at anybody that can do something like that. Like Greg is, how many surgeries did he have? They didn't even think he was going to live. And he's running a Spartan race now.
He's gonna run this thing and he is going to feel like a champion.
Well, he already said there's like some of the obstacles they already told him he just can't do.
Yeah,
And
that's okay.
he
You can
said
do burpees.
his object is not to win. It's just to make it through to the end.
Yep.
Okay, so now I don't feel so bad knowing that somebody else got told they're not allowed to do obstacles at those things. I was told 4 years ago I was not allowed to do Tough Mudder at all. I was only allowed to sit at the start line and root people on.
Well, those mutter races, first of all, my parents taught me early on not to play in the mud. So I don't get them at all.
Hey, they've got a 30-foot free fall into an ice bath. You'll get over the mud.
No, I don't do 30-foot drops if there's any way possible to avoid them.
They got lifeguards. It's okay.
It's not the water, it's the height.
But I will tell you that
It's so much fun.
this morning I coordinated a hike for the Army's birthday, and I got the Team RWB guys out of their beds at like 5 a.m, and then we all met up with the active duty, all the recruiting stations or whatever in the area. There was like 3 different recruiting stations, and so we all went on a hike in the hills out here, and not all the veteran guys, but there was at least me and this other Marine. We kicked everybody's ass. So if I can do that.
12 miles in under
Yeah,
3
but
hours
look at the
with full
quality of
layout.
recruit you get today.
I mean, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, like,
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Billy Joe Bob. Leave him alone.
Listen, when they got to give you stress cards in basic training in case the instructor yells at you, it's like,
Okay.
what is the point?
Okay. I've been hearing about stress cards for more than a freaking decade and have yet to ever see or know anybody who's actually seen one in person. I think they're bullshit.
I have seen them.
You've seen one where?
I don't remember what, I want to say it was Fort Sill.
Because I went to Jackson and they didn't have that shit.
Yeah, I think it was Fort Sill. But they had it. They didn't give them out as frequently as people made it sound to be, but they definitely had them.
Yeah, because for years I've been hearing, oh, stress card. I'm like, really? When the fuck didn't I get one of those?
Yeah, it's real, but I mean, I think the the funniest part is not so much the stress card itself, but just the it was right around the same time the Army was putting a lot more scrutiny on what the NCOs or what the drill sergeants could or could not do in the first place. So,
well, which decade? Because they've been changing that shit every decade for the past 5.
I know, but it came down really hard in like the early 2000s. So the stress card and the NCO were getting in more trouble for the smallest little thing more than usual, and all that was happening at the same time. So the fact that they would whip out a stress card was met with the immediate compliance of the NCO backing off like a puppy with the tail between the legs. So it was kind of like not just having the stress card itself, but it was kind of like the feeling of almost like your handcuffs were immediately thrown onto the NCO as soon as it was done. So essentially, like the worst story that came about at Fort Sill was a private that was sitting at the PX in uniform but the uniform blouse was like completely undone and and opened up, and he's just out with his hands in his pocket, and in the hat, I can't remember, the hat was like turned backwards or something. It was like just his uniform was just all ate the fuck up. And so the drill sergeant came over to say something to him, and he whips out a stress card. So now, mind you, the drill sergeant still went off, and I'm pretty sure they sided with the drill sergeant at the end, but it was like a huge fight for them to side with the drill sergeant. That even though the private was stressed out, got it, and he did handle it a pretty decent way. In terms of the situation itself, it doesn't mean that just because you're stressed out you get to get out and disrespect and do everything you want, completely go outside of every regulation and discipline sense
that
whatsoever.
whole stress card idea in basic, to me, sounds ridiculous, because the whole point of basic training is to break you down, stress you out, to build you back up.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So giving them an IG card on demand to go, no, pause, it just sounds counterproductive.
Yeah, and it wasn't on demand. Again, you probably had like one every 20 soldiers.
Well, it's just, what the fuck?
Right.
Well, I can just imagine Sergeant Evil Sizer if somebody would have handed him a stress card back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, never would have
Would not have been pretty.
And that's the thing, is it's not just the stress card. It was the basic requirement for compliance of the drill sergeants that matched it, that made it even more exacerbated. Is it the right word, Deanne? You're a teacher, right?
They moved us from the squadron, nice new squadron, brick building, into an old World War II barracks where we actually had footlockers. And I watched Sergeant Evil Sizer throw 3 footlockers out a window.
Should have made sure they were locked.
Wondering how that would go over today. And the one guy that dared to say something, threatened to throw him out the window too.
At least he didn't.
No, but we weren't really sure whether he would have or not.
Fear factor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of my fellow first sergeants got stuck at E8. He was stuck at E8 for somewhere between 8 to 10 years. Good guy, but he was stuck there that long because he told a guy he was going to punch him in the face. He got wrote up for it. He told the guy he was going to punch him in the face because the dude was fucking with his family. But just the fact that he made a threat to him and got a Gomar.
Okay, what's a Gomar?
General Officer Memorandum of Reprimand.
Oh, okay. So a general letter of reprimand. Different different way of saying things, but same thing. I got one of those. General letter of reprimand, stayed in E4 from 2001 to 2005. While staying in the same platoon. Would have been easier to get an Article 15. People seem to get promoted.
Not as a senior. Article 15 is almost a pink slip.
Mm.
Yeah, but if you get the general letter of reprimand, for some reason it seems to carry more weight, keeping you from getting promoted.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then there's a general letter, and then there's the general officer memorandum. So one of them is filed locally, the other one's filed in your official.
Yeah, the general letter is filed in your local.
Right. So, yeah, you can get that as a senior, but if you're going to get an Article 15, you hope you finish up before E6, maybe E7, maybe.
Well, it depends. Is it a summarized or is it a field grade? Because if you get the summarized signed by a captain, that really don't affect shit other than, hey, you get promoted faster to sergeant major.
And this is all Army based, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You thought we were
Although-
talking about Space Force?
No.
Oh, okay. She's
No.
like, if you were talking about Space Force, I'd be totally on with you guys.
No, I just know that there's a big difference between Army and like the Marines.
Oh, yeah.
Because my brother was a sergeant.
Sergeant in the...
Marine Corps.
They still have Article 15s.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's all
Uniform Code of
Uniform
Military,
Code of Military Justice.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, if you spend too much time learning the Uniform Code of Military Justice, it can lead to bad things.
They might, if you might have heard the term NJP a lot more. They use the term NJP more
Okay.
often as non-judicial punishment.
Yeah.
45 and 45.
But it's the same thing. It's just whatever we had, whatever title we call it by.
Whatever sick, twisted idea you come up with and write down on a piece of paper, stop laughing. Are you having flashbacks, Stop? Saw that little giggle. NJP can lead to very funny situations.
Not as funny as the situations that get you there in the first place.
See, that is debatable. After witnessing many, many, many incidents in 101st, that is debatable. One guy, DUI, wrecked his car, everything else. Somehow still ended up driving the car back. The windshield was sitting in the front seat. He wore the standard issue goggles to drive the car back on the post.
See, that's sensible though, because if that would have happened to your Humvee, you would have done the same thing.
If it was a Humvee, they would have sent the tow route or the wrecker out to go get it. It was his personal car, so he got told, you can drive it back on the rim.
It's drivable. You're getting in, and you're out on the MSR. You're gonna drive it in.
Oh, see, you're thinking combat arms. Stop doing that. Remember, service support. Call the wrecker.
I was the wrecker.
Well, see, you know what service support means. We'll call you first. We ain't fixing shit. It's not our job.
If it drives, drive it in.
Yeah. That's not how 101st worked in 0304.
You probably don't know how many screws I used in Iraq for holes in the tires. Mm-hmm.
Screws in the tires.
You put a screw in the hole, you air it back up, you drive it home.
Oh, see, I was driving a a 5-ton bobtail with run flats, so I never worried about the tires in the first place.
Mm.
And I was pulling a 53-foot flatbed with basically water buffalo tires on it.
We had a 5-ton that cut the fuel line. I used a piece of weather stripping, stuck one side of the cut fuel line into the weather stripping, took the other side in there, heated up a little bit, warmed up the engine, got it started. We drove that some bitch home.
You're like MacGyver.
Yeah.
See, when we were coming back down from Mosul down to Kuwait to go onto the boat, the brakes on our 53-foot caught on fire. They just disconnected the hose, caged the brakes, and said, "Go slow."
What kind of vehicle was this on?
5-ton bobtail with a 53-foot flatbed. They caged the flatbed's brakes because they caught on fire. And well, we were just south of Baghdad. We were heading for the wash rack in Kuwait to be able to load the truck up onto the boat. So they just caged the brakes. When it caught on fire, it actually burnt the entire bed of the trailer.
Was the trailer loaded?
Yeah. When we pulled it up onto the boat after the wash rack, we just put a sign on the steering wheel, "No brakes." We're going home. Who the fuck cares? Chalk blocks. Great thing. Chalk blocks and chains. But the 101st was not exactly the smartest in how we moved throughout the country in 0304. We moved in okay, doesn't matter how you get it moving, just move it. So we broke a lot of shit.
Mechanic employment security.
No, unfortunately, we brought it home, and then they just gave it to DRMO at Fort Campbell because it was no longer usable.
They're just going to put it in the boneyard. Mechanic's going to strip it and use it for another vehicle.
Well, strip it completely and just put it in the boneyard, not reuse it, because everything nowadays is up armor. 0304, up armor with sandbags.
Yeah, that's what I had, sandbags.
Yeah, I physically got to see and touch an up armored deuce and a half in 0506. I was completely shocked because it had AC.
Yeah.
My brain is blown away of a deuce and a half with AC. Those two things do not go together.
They had AC for many years. They just never ditched the money until the up armors, because the ambulatory vehicles had AC already.
Yeah, not the 85. Well,
right.
Okay.
They weren't going to spend the money until it was absolutely necessary.
Right. And 101st, all that's necessary is putting a patch on someone's shoulder and making the general look fancy. Hence, 101st been in every major combat movie ever made. Because they were there. They need to send the Marines in more often.
Well, my buddy just got a movie deal, I guess. So they're going to make a movie about his battle in Ramadi.
Oh, that was a fun place.
Yeah.
only fun place that I enjoyed when I went to Iraq was the Hook. But that's not technically in Iraq, is it?
No, that was the R&R location.
Yep.
Yeah. I never
After the Blackhawks went down in Mosul, Iraq, I think it was October 03. They stopped doing Qatar trips and they started doing solely the Hook trips via bus.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was part of the DART team for the aircraft recovery. That was a shitty morning.
We probably had about a quarter of our unit that got selected for R&R, and only the first couple got to go to Qatar. Everybody else ended up going to the Hook.
The Hook was pretty cool. We got to go to the petting zoo. And to be honest, the coolest thing in the world, to see a National Guard member get shit thrown at them by a monkey at a petting zoo in a different country. I know
a different country for that.
I know, but they were happy to have it happen. How fucked up is that they were happy to have shit thrown at them?
You don't know what their home life was like.
Well,
been an
yeah,
improvement.
this is true. They were Georgia National Guard or Georgia Reserve. They were from Georgia. They were either National Guard or reserves.
Oh, well, that explains a lot too.
I never paid attention to units unless it was one of the ones that was rather annoying to the 101st. That 82nd All-American Alcoholics. Not a big fan.
Hey. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, I went to WLC at Fort Bragg while I was still stationed at Fort Campbell. That was a really fucked up school. Wearing 101st patch in 82nd Lands. But when we came back from Iraq in 04, all of us needed to go to WLC. So Fort Campbell School was overloaded with the infantry guys. The 82nd had deployed to Iraq, so they offered up their school to service support of Fort Campbell. But they were also doing the service support from Fort Bragg.
I was with Go ahead. Sorry.
We got told not to call cadence trashing on 82nd, and they weren't allowed to call cadence trashing on 101st. And they made sure to intermix the platoons in class. That way, every platoon was 50-50. Can't talk a shit about yourselves. Go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't have a whole lot of dealings with the AA. I was on the base or near the base for 3 years, but I was with a specialized unit. So when I went to get a root canal done, I had to go to their dentist office on the main post. And so they were expecting me when I walked in. They were like, "Oh, you're from over the fence." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, we're gonna name your record Rubber Ducky." Whatever, man. It's like that works for me. So
you were over the fence for Marine Corps or over the fence for Army?
Army.
You weren't a White Stalker, were you?
No.
Okay.
When I had to go pick up my medical records, I had to request records for Rubber Ducky.
That's awesome.
Were you the only rubber ducky, or did they do that to other people too? And then
I think I was the only rubber ducky. There might have been a Bugs Bunny and a Tasmanian Devil or something, but which made me feel bad because I was like, how come I got rubber ducky? Like, I don't know. I felt like an Ernie play toy.
You want to be Mr. Scrooge?
I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little bit more respectful.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
That's it.
Like, what if
Daffy
you named
Duck.
Dildo?
They could have named me Strawberry Shortcake or something.
Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Braid.
Care Bear.
Grumpy Bear.
Now that I've said it live, they'll never be able to use that name again. When they pull my credit report, that's an actual alias.
is it?
No. That would be hilarious.
Wow. That would have been cool though.
Yeah.
Pull up alias. Yosemite Sam.
I could see credit people were going, what the fuck is this? Long story. Had to get a tooth filled.
When they ask, just go bleep, bleep, bleep. That's all, folks. And walk away.
I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, there's a reason why they had to do that. We had a guy we hired, and when I got his military records, it was like every third word was redacted.
Yeah.
I know he went somewhere and did something.
Yeah, I've got those NCOERs too.
And it says he was a bookkeeper.
Like, we can tell you
Like,
did
okay.
something. Yeah, we could tell you did something good. There's a lot of positive words here, but that's it. He did good. Black, 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 black was pretty awesome. Yeah. Black, 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 black. Yeah, it's funny.
What could they possibly have to redact on a bookkeeper?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, he was a bookkeeper.
Applying for a civilian job. What was your boss's name? Joe Smith. Can I contact him? No.
He was a good officer.
Yeah.
Just he was not a bookkeeper. Nobody was buying that.
And the one they used it, you always knew it was the dumbest thing they used for the longest time. Like, what do you do? I sell used Bibles. Right. A used Bible salesman.
Well, he just used to say, I was a bookkeeper. It was pretty boring.
Yeah.
I do paperwork.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
I always told people the truth. It just, when they, I was like, oh, I'm a recruiter. And they're like, oh, cool. So you work over at this center? And I was like, sure. And they were like, yeah, I go over there all the time. I know Sergeant so-and-so. And I was like, oh, shit. I just got transferred to the other one across town. Oh, I know that one even better. I'm like, fuck.
So I'm recruiting for Taco Bell. Damn it. If you guys are talking about, I do this. So my grandfather, up until his deathbed, claimed that he was a cook in the military. Okay. This photo says that that was a lie.
Maybe he was making the kid a birthday cake.
Yeah. Tanker's got to eat.
Yeah. Don't think so. He was already serving after having a shattered back.
Which one is he?
He's the E7.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely a lie. Cooks don't make E7.
Yeah, especially back then. And, well, cooks don't get to stand in front of something like that. At least not back in the day that I know of. And I've done a lot of research on that kind of shit, because half the shit the man said was found to be a lie. Because, well, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Shit in his wake photo album says, yeah, you weren't just a cook, buddy.
You don't have any cook pictures whatsoever.
And no, if I go back to 1949, he was a sniper in Alaska.
There you go.
What do you have to snipe in Alaska?
Don't ask me. That sniping, being a sniper, isn't that an infantry thing?
Yeah. They have infantry units up there. That's where Greg was. Greg was in Fairbanks.
Yeah.
Bergdahl's unit was in Anchorage.
Whose unit?
Bergdahl.
Trader? What?
Yeah, our favorite infantry guy.
The one that should be a meat shield?
He was out of Anchorage.
The meat shield guy, right?
Yeah.
Should be a meat shield.
That was super weird visiting that unit, because I think I visited that unit. Shoot, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 years after everything had already happened, and they were still on a no talk order.
Well, and here's one photo out of his wake photo album that says everything about being a cook is absolute, complete, utter horseshit.
Oh, he was at Dahlonega. Yep.
That should look familiar to you, correct?
Yeah, I know Dahlonega. That's not a cook camp.
So the photo, he has there were 2 wake albums at his celebration of life.
Although
one has a full color photo of that word being on top of the building, fully painted. The other photo album has the R, the A, the N painted, and somebody in greens squatting down painting the G with said supposed cook standing over top of them, pointing with a knife hand, saying paint. That screams, yeah, he was not a cook. Yeah, that photo screams, not a cook.
trying to research. I don't know the exact year they started putting service support through Ranger School, but I don't think it was in the 50s.
No, he was doing. He will admit that he was doing land nav training, teaching them land nav. That's as much as, yeah, has been shared. But this background photo has more of a story about the man. I don't know. He died in 1999, the same year I joined. He's the one who told me, "Hey, join the Army. It's a great way to survive." And plus, from what I know, the man, he was never tabbed. He never went to Ranger School that I know of, but I've never seen the man's rack.
Right. Well, if he was teaching at Dahlonega, I guarantee he was.
I guarantee you he was not a fucking cook.
So I would agree with you based on those stories.
Well, cooks don't make 7 in the 50s.
Cooks don't teach Ranger School, I can tell you that.
Right. That sounds more like a Steven Seagal movie. Hold on, he's now working there as the cook. Go ahead, fuck with that guy. That makes sense, but a basic cook teaching at Ranger School in the 50s makes no sense.
That would have been cool to hear his story, though.
I've gotten bits and pieces. I've got all his records. I've got a shit ton of his photos. But getting the truth out of anybody, yeah. I know even my grandmother signed an NDA because her grandmother or her mother that's in the background photo, that's my uncle or my grandfather. My uncle is the kid, and the woman next to him is my grandmother. The lady in the wearing the nurse outfit is my grandmother's mom. So they were all involved in shit. They all signed NDAs, security clearances, all that happy horse shit. I was service support, so I had no security clearance. I know nothing of importance. I'm just a grease monkey. And I was okay with that.
What year did he get out?
Retired, I think it was 63 or 64.
So he would have got out. He would have got out right before Mac v. Sog started.
I know he was in Korea 53, 54. I know he went Fort Ord. My mom was born in Germany. Yeah. Even the bases he went screams he wasn't a fucking cook. And what's the mountains north of Benning that the Rangers go play in?
I think that's Dahlonega.
Okay, because that's according to what they've all told me. He would go up there for week-long trips, going and teaching people shit.
Teaching them how to cook in the woods.
Right. And then when he gets out and retires, he moves to Washington and becomes a logger building logging roads
Interesting character.
for 20 years.
Now I feel like I want to research this man.
He was a he was special. He ran away to join the army. I didn't run away to join the army. I just found out the girlfriend was pregnant and went, oh shit, I need benefits. Thankfully, I took the ASVAB when I was 17. Which I still don't understand ASVAB numbers to this day.
I can tell you probably a good deal about them.
Well, all I know is the GT score is the one that everybody seemed to worry about. And in my MOS, you had to have a GT score of at least a 110 or higher.
General technical.
Yeah, I got told I had a 126, so I got told don't worry about anything. Just go away. Okay, I know how to turn a wrench. Whoop-de-doo. And all you guys go have fun running. I could barely run when I was in the military. I'm too fucking short.
I don't think height has a lot to do with that.
Oh, no, when it comes to running, height damn sure does have something to do with it. Be 5'8" and try and keep up with somebody 6 foot tall.
Maybe that was always my problem. I was too short to be a good runner.
If you are under 5'9", you are designed to be screwed when it comes to running.
5'6".
Yeah, we're screwed. Our pace has to be twice what a 6 foot tall person's is just to keep up with them. Our stride length is different. So you end up in profile and then you just go walking on pace and distance. Or become a first sergeant and go walking on pace and distance.
Oh, yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
JP, are you playing with the dog again?
No, he's playing with me.
The dog got the peanut butter for you?
Yep.
I thought it was a highlight of the fishing trip. People were coming over to talk to the dog.
They treated JP, they treated James like the service animal, huh?
Yep, I am. That is exactly what I am.
Motivational speaker.
Right. It's nothing to do. It's definitely the other way around. I am there for the dog. Not the dog for me.
Yep.
You happy you got dogs? I got cats.
I'm happy you have cats.
I'd rather have dogs. They
Me
at
too.
least like people.
Yep.
Cats, not so much.
Oh,
The assholes of the animal kingdom.
I did good today. I got all pissy and tried to walk a mile to the doctor's office in 80-degree heat and high humidity.
How is that doing good?
Learned
Yeah.
his lesson.
did you make it? Is that why you did good?
No, I think I would have made it, but my wife realized what I was doing and tracked me down and made me come home and take the car.
You're a stubborn SOB.
And you listened to her, right?
Yeah. You're good at the doctor, though. So there was that. As long as my heart function stays over 45%, I don't have to worry about getting another defibrillator.
Let's keep it that way, Bruno.
Yeah. Then tonight,
Nice.
I got a really bad dizzy spell and panicked thinking I was going to have another stroke. That wasn't fun.
Panic attacks suck.
Never had them. I don't like them.
Mm-mm. It's one of the worst feelings. You can't control it.
Well, I don't know how I would control that one. I got over the mass panic attacks. I just sat with the thing on for an hour until I was okay. But that doesn't work with everything.
Well, I'm gonna say goodnight, guys.
Yeah, I need to head to bed too.
So good night.
Night.
We'll see you next time.
All right.
Thanks for the warning.
Bye, guys.
Oh.
So you learn to listen to your wife more.
I don't know why she puts up with me sometimes. I'd have
So
killed me
you
in my
didn't.
sleep by now.
So what you're saying is you should have listened to your wife by now, but you're still not doing it.
Yeah, I was pissy and she walked out and I said, screw it. And I just decided to walk to the doctor's. I gave myself 45 minutes. I should be able to do a mile in 45 minutes. On foot. I might try it when the weather's a little cooler.
Do you walk on a normal basis?
No, I've been doing it a lot more than I used to, though. We went on a little 100-yard hike at the campground. Had to get to the lake so they could fish. I did offer to drive to ShopRite and get them a couple full-size fish so they can hang them off their hooks, and at least it would look like they caught something.
I got a keeper.
What's bad is you can see the fish jumping in the water. It was like they were just teasing them. Yeah, we're here.
Yeah,
I'm not eating that thing.
it's not their first rodeo.
That was pretty neat. I got some nice pictures. It's been a while since I've seen turtles sitting in the wild. I don't know what kind they were, though. I don't think they were snappers, because I don't think snappers really stand still. They're kind of like aggressive.
Probably depends on how you mess with them.
I don't know. I got bit by one when I was little. When you're only 5 or 6, they should tell you don't kiss a turtle when you find it. They don't
Doesn't-
like it.
Doesn't turn into a princess.
Nope. Sucker will bite you right on the nose.
You'll learn after the first time.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need a warning label for everything.
Not after the first time.
Just remember, the curling iron is for external use only.
I'll pick up the dark end with the plastic.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it too. I think the wifey needs some attention.
Yeah, and I'm calling it on my end. So
Well,
you
I will,
gentlemen have a good night.
We're going to probably do something on Thursday night. I don't know if anybody wants to jump in. Like 5 to 8 our time here, because we're going to be doing set up at the Art Center for Palooza. They do it every Thursday. They do an event, and I don't know how we got Palooza, but
A dog show?
yeah, it's to celebrate our canine friends.
Hmm.
So there's supposed to be, one board said there's going to be a guy come down with a service dog. So we'll see.
Guest speaker, Scooby-Doo.
The kids will like it.
Yeah.
I'm set up in my studio there. And then if anybody does show up, we can take a picture of them with the service dog.
If they ever have Scooby-Doo show up, I'm going.
Well, we plan on plugging in Friday night from Colorado.
That's the day they're actually racing.
No, Saturday is the day we're actually racing. So Friday night, though, most of us, if not all of us, should be on ground.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, I think I'm getting there Thursday, and then Michael Parker from Arkansas, he's getting in there Thursday night, and then James and them are supposed to drive up Friday morning. So Friday night we should all be in the house.
From what I was talking to them, I think they're planning on leaving Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday. I think he said he's going to leave Wednesday night and should arrive Friday morning.
I would really like to go on that, but there ain't no way I can handle that drive.
Yeah. That'll be a doozy.
I already did it once when after getting done leave at Christmas, we drove back. There was 3 of us, and we pretty much drove nonstop. Took us 2 days.
Yeah, it helps when you got a crew. I've done it alone many a times. Calls for a lot more stops.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
With the amount of LASIKs I'm on, it's like I got to stop every 20 minutes, half hour anyway. So.
All right. So I might not be on Wednesday night because I got a early flight on Thursday morning.
Well, stay safe. Do good in the race.
Yeah, safe travels and no
Find
killing
somebody
anybody.
half your age and kick his butt.
Yeah.
No kicking their butt. Just run by them and go, really?
Well, I meant
No.
figuratively.
Cupcake.
Yeah, that doesn't sound as fun. I'm gonna go with the first plan.
All right, fine.
All right, gentlemen, it was good. Oh, Mitch.
All right. Bye.
Everybody run.
Ah,
He slid in.
yeah, nah. He's been having it so rough.
Just looking to the background, I feel like the Big Lebowski is going to pop out.
Hiding. There he is.
Mitch.
How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
We're all hanging in. How about you? You had a little bit of a rough week.
Yeah, no, I been spending all the past week and today on the phone with my best friend's mother of his child. So trying to work all that out. So get through it one day at a time, you know?
Yeah, it's always tough though.
Yeah. I see Clark. Who else do we have? Is it just Clark in here?
Yeah, Clark's he's working, so he generally out just listens.
Oh,
Jeremy's here.
well, yeah, I know Jeremy's my boy.
I can go off live if you
I
need.
know we're live, and I think we should stay live. Can I share the story?
Yeah. We told people. We read it at the beginning.
So my best friend James, he was in Qasar. I think it's Qasar. It's UMM, whatever. Southern rep. Anyways, he dealt with a lot of shit there, and he was going through a really bad time in his life. Was trying to reach out to him, Facebook Messenger, text, phone call, and didn't hear from him a few weeks. And I'm talking to my buddy Josh, playing PlayStation with my buddy Josh. And he's a good guy. He made great success for himself, which is so awesome. I'm very proud of him. And I'm like, hey, bud, I got to take this phone call. He goes, damn it, Mitch, you going to be on the phone again? I was like, I got to take this, and this is important, man. And I answered the phone. I was like, hey, what's up, my brother? And it was a female voice. Hey, Mitch. Yeah, this is Mitch. Hey, this is James. I've had bad news. And at that point, I instantly knew, boom, life was going to change for me. I knew as soon as she said that, I knew who she was. I knew what happened instantly. So I've decided at that moment that I'm going to take on the role to provide as much as possible in any financial way possible, emotional support, love, care for his children, his mother, and his. I guess Jeremy dropped off, and most of all, like his family. So it's been very tough. I'm still getting through it. You know what I mean? I'm still getting through it, but um, losing a fellow brothers in arms to suicide, and then now I have to. This sounds really weird to say this, but it's like I've been put in the position to take over his role for the family in his honor, and that was a promise we made to each other and brother in arms, and that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been on. Um, yeah, it's a real kick in the nuts sometimes, uh, but you know, when one door closes, another door opens. I was speaking to his mother tonight, and I'm not going to say any names, but I was speaking to his mother tonight, and she's like, "I'm not ready for you to speak to his son." And I was like, "I don't want to speak to his son yet. I want him to accept all this, and it may take years, but I want to talk to you and maintain that relationship with you for the sake of him, and whatever he needs in the background, I got it." Uh, she wants to put him through this grieving counseling course, and I was like, "Let me pay for that. When he gets his license, let me pay for that. When he gets his car, let me buy him his car." I made this promise to my friend, and it's a promise I'm gonna uphold. And money doesn't buy friendship or happiness or love, but at this point in my life, that's all I can do. And I've been in contact with that family so much. Um, my God, they just have accepted me as family. It's it's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. Yeah, it's suicide is a very selfish thing. Um, and I'm dealing with it right now. So James got he got blown up in an ID in Iraq in a Humvee. Um, I don't know what it did to him. It kind of fucked him up mentally. To be honest with you, it really did. But it didn't hurt him that bad physically. Uh, Outside of what us old men, me and Bruno, have to deal with when we get out of bed, it's like, ugh, you make that little stretch. But yeah, he always had the heart of gold, and heart of gold. He always did for others, just like all of us, what we do here. And man, as soon as the mother told me, I started crying on the phone with her, which I shouldn't have done. I should have been super strong, but I wasn't. And I said, "God damn it, James, call me," quote unquote. So that was very tough, and we're still getting through it. But yeah, he was in the shit in Iraq, a war vet. Um, so I think that weighed on him heavily, but that wasn't the reason of this. That was not the reason of this. It may have been an underlining cause of an extra factor to lead up to this, but that was not the official cause. Um, so that's not to blame whatsoever. Because wartime is not to blame. So I don't think I'm still ready to talk about all of it. You know what I mean? I'm fighting back tears as we speak. So, but you know, it is what it is, and
Yeah.
we move forward. So what I'm doing, outside of what I've already done for the family and what I'll continue to do, is right now I'm having multiple metal bracelets engraved of his time and service there and his multiple locations and his accomplishments, and I'm sending a special one to his son, um, and a special one to his daughter, and then I spent a very special one to his mother. And then I'm having about 6 random ones, like that are just normal. I say random, that's insultive, but I don't mean it that way. But normal ones for him, for everybody else in the family. But I'm having special ones made for those that were his immediate family members, because to me that's important. I have one that I made for myself that's specialty that once I get it, it's going to be on my arm and never leave. But, and it's just us.
It's okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
You'll
Bruno,
be
this
here
is,
for me.
yeah, this was, this, the hard thing about it, Bruno, is like we were best friends, man. You name it, we did it together. You think of the best things and the worst things, the nastiest things, we did it together. Brothers. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So I've been trying to
Lose
stay
somebody
away
like that.
from the podcast. You did?
I said it hurts to lose somebody like that.
Yeah, I thought you said you knew somebody like that.
Yeah,
Like the guy,
I had a friend like that, and he died of a drug overdose. So
yeah, the type of guy when you're in the locker room, walking in, getting out the uniform, and they just start fucking with you and slap you upside the head with a towel they just wiped their fucking ass with or whatever. You know, just good old men banter in the locker room. Yeah, this one's tough. And my camera's not as good as yours, so you don't see what's going on in my eyes right now. But yeah, this one's tough. So I've been away for a while. No, I didn't mention that, but also the divorce and all that. But I just needed some time. You know what I mean? Time for me.
well,
Hey,
like I
buddy.
said, whenever you need us, one of us will be here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you guys are awesome, especially you, Bruno. But I did buy that new car, that Camry TRD.
All the pictures
Oh
of that.
my god! Oh my god! It's so fun to drive. It is literally like driving an Indy car and NASCAR on the street. It handles amazingly. Like there's a big wide swooping turn at the corner of the airport where I live, and I could take that corn and the I could take the corn and the Kia Optima at about maybe 50, 55, and I was losing control. This thing, I can take it at 85 and just, and I can still cut into the corner. So fun to drive. It's so fun. So we're doing a track day, a bunch of my family and friends. We're doing a track day down in Virginia near Danville. It's called Virginia International Raceway, VIR. Apparently, it's ranked to like one in the top 5 tracks in the United States. So it's like $670 to go down there for track day. And if you get a group of guys, if I can get like, I've already got like 8 guys ready to go, and we get a group of guys, you kind of split that cost, and then we go down there, and then a few of us are going to put a money pot of $500 for fastest lap. So don't know if that means in my car or one of the cars that they have that we can rent, but we're going to do a $500 fastest lap. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And the only restriction to do that is you have to pull out the fuse for your airbags, and that's it, just in case you wreck. So it's going to be a really fun day. So we're planning for that in yeah, so September. You can just Google VIR. It's pretty cool. It's a huge thing. You can rent like the new mid-engine Corvette for half a day for $1,100. Now I know it's expensive, but if you got 10, 15 guys going and each of you get a few minutes on the track, it's no different than going out to dinner with your family, right? So yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff there, don't they?
They do. You can rent everything. Everything. I mean, you're not gonna get Lambos down there, but you can get high end track sport BMWs, little mini race cars, like a little. I'd say race cars, but more like F1 cars, kind of like upgraded go karts. It's a really cool
Yeah,
thing.
it said they had the go karts.
So yeah, we're doing that as a track day. So do you play chess?
I haven't played in years.
Oh, good. So if I bet you $25 in chess, I'll definitely win. That's good to know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I've been playing chess ever since a kid. So I've been kind of getting into this chess.com tournament. I got ranked up to 1,000, which that's like almost master level. So I've been having fun with that. That's what I've been doing my spare time with. That and building a pirate ship, a model pirate ship. So
Yeah, I'm starting to try and get out more and do a little more photography. I did. We have a lot of honeysuckle vines behind my house, so I was doing pictures of them, and I went out with Moore and Tannhauser. Uh, they fished. I took pictures. Doing a Comic Con in July in Pennsylvania. Me and my grandson are going.
my neighbor across the street, he runs a comic shop, retired cop, and he does all that. I went over to his house and like he has an entire room of nothing but white boxes, containers of comic books, like some of the most expensive things that you could buy that he puts up for sale at comic conventions up here. And he makes thousands, like thousands of dollars going
Yeah, collectors
there
are.
because he gets them all.
Yeah, you just need the right buyer. I just go because I like taking pictures of people in costume.
Yeah, he gets the right buyers because up here, in this area, there's a lot of retired folks, whether it's government workers or police. There's a lot of retired people, and they have a lot of money. And once you get to our age, you come to this mentality of when it comes to Christmas, if it doesn't fit in a shoebox, either A, don't need it, or B, I already have it. Right? So if it don't fit in a shoebox, I don't need it. And so he gets a lot of those customers coming in willing to spend the money. I did buy the $100 version of Berserker, Keanu Reeves' first comic book that come out a couple months ago.
That'll
So I
probably
got
go up. That'll probably go up in value on you.
yeah. I don't know where Germany and everybody went, but I do have to work
We
tomorrow.
were just getting ready to call it right when you came on.
Oh no shit! Damn, I fucked it up. I fucked it.
That's all right. That's all right, man. I know
Yeah,
what you're going
live or
through
not.
right now.
Yeah, live or not, I appreciate you being there for me. So I appreciate that. You've seen a lot of the posts too. I got to see my stepdaughter I haven't seen in years. Finally got to reconnect with her. We've been calling and texting for like the past couple of days. So cool, so awesome. So it's really great to reconnect with people that you haven't been around in a long time. So It's a life lesson.
That's good though.
So it's great. It gives life a reason to keep on fighting. And now that I'm having to deal with what happened on the aftermath of my best friend with his family, man, if you know anybody that's even thinking about suicide, just have them call me at 2 a.m. I'll wake up and take that phone call. You know, like don't ever do that. It's very selfish. It hurts a lot of people in the long run, and there's so many people that's willing to give up everything. And the sad part about it, Bruno, is when I was calling him to say, hey, I know you're in a really bad spot. I have 3 spare bedrooms in this house. Come take one. Live rent free. I am an amateur chef. We'll have the best of dinners every night. Come live with me, brother. And yeah, that call wasn't answered. So yeah, let's but I think this is the reason my project refits. So, but
Well,
you know,
we're gonna do a live thing on Thursday in Hamilton, and I'm gonna get some cards telling people about the buddy check-ins and give them out.
okay, that's good.
It's,
That's good.
It's I get it. I get being in such a bad place, but there's always somebody here that'll listen, and sometimes that's all you need.
Sometimes that really is get you through, pull you out of the dark hours and the demon sets in. And yeah, I tried, but I couldn't get there. So, but now I have to take care of his family and his children. So I'll take care of all that. I got that. If that was what God put me here to do, then that's what I'm going to do. Until Valhalla, that's what I'm going to do. So,
Well,
Bruno, I appreciate you staying on a little bit longer.
and anytime.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. As for me, I'm good, brother. My heart's going out to everybody else. And
Well, you got
okay.
my phone number, right?
Yep, I sure do. And got you on Facebook and everything. So I got you. All right, Bruno. Hey, brother. And hey, tell your grandson whenever he wants a rematch on Rocket League, I'll kick his ass. That was a lot of fun that night, actually.
Oh yeah, you taught them young guys a quick lesson.
Yeah, his friend finally got the best of me and figured out my strategy and started beating me towards the end. I think he won the last 2 games, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. We
What's
just
he
had
doing
nothing but
now?
laughs.
Some game called Half-Life.
Oh, that's a old school piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
that's
1998.
all.
He goes, it's not. He said, yeah. He says, I said Half-Life. He goes, yeah. He said 1998. I says, is that when it came out or what you paid for it? He goes, no, that's when it came out.
What you paid for it. Yeah, that's a very popular old school computer game.
Apparently, a lot
All
of
of
people
us old guys.
still play it.
Yeah, it's still a great game. Portal is a great game too. But
Yeah. Oh, he
yeah,
loves.
that was a
Portal.
fun time. And he has a little bit of talent to himself. When I was watching him on his Twitch before we started getting down on Rocket League and taught him a lesson or two, he had like these little intermissions and things he was doing. It was actually really interesting. That's really good talent for such a young age.
He has a show he does on YouTube, and he said for the past 3 years, he said, I'm going to be a celebrity guest at a con before I graduate high school. Well, he starts high school this year. He's a guest at Black
He's
Label
already
Con.
there.
He already got his guest spot. And
Mission accomplished.
I said, well, what's next? He goes, I want to run a panel. I said, well, you should have done that first because that's a lot easier than getting a guest spot. It is? I said, yeah. So he
Yeah,
said,
that's
well,
so cool.
but yeah, they want him to be in character as one of the characters he does on his show is Tiger Chapman from Casual News Network, KNN. And so they're like, yeah, you should be in character and walk around and interview people during the con. So he was all excited. I said, yeah, well, I said, I'm the guest photographer. I said, so we're sharing a room. He goes, we have to share a room. I said, you didn't think they were going to pay for 2 rooms, did you?
That's
said, yeah,
awesome, man. Good for him. That's so
We're
cool.
sharing a room.
So,
I said, but we're going, yeah, because we're going down Friday night and
nice.
maybe hang out a little bit with Eric and Kurt and a couple other people. I keep
post
telling him he's got to interview a girl in Philly, Luna. Her name's actually Alexa, but she goes by Luna online. And I said, we should do that interview in person. He goes, why? I said, because she knows all the best ramen places in Philly. I said, her, Kurt, Sassy, they like live for ramen. And I said, so they know all the best ramen places. I said, so we can go down to Philly, interview her, and then, go out to a good ramen place.
So I'm gonna give a shout out to a buddy of mine. He had like 2 restaurants, closed them down, and then built his own restaurant with his own parking lot, all his, owns the entire property. Down in San Antonio, it's called Nama Ramen. Nama Nama Ramen. It's authentic ramen in San Antonio. Nama Ramen. And because he was renting little facilities like in shopping malls for his sushi restaurant and things like that. So he closed those down, made all his money, and then opened up his own facility, his own restaurant, own parking lot, own driveway entrance off of the street, all his. NAMA Ramen, San Antonio. Nama Ramen.
Yeah, I don't know when the next time I'll be in San Antonio is going to be. It's been years.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time to get there, but because everybody normally people think ramen. You think top ramen, ramen noodles, 2 minutes in the microwave.
No.
Yeah.
Real ramen is
real ramen's amazing. It's the only authentic actual ramen restaurant in San Antonio. So he gets a lot of kudos on that. But not tooting his horn, but he deserves it because for 5+ years working 15 hours a day at his little rented restaurant, just doing this hard work and sushi. Started a sushi restaurant, and then ramen, and then ice cream, and now he's got this. So good for him. Kudos, pat on the back, right? But you don't get anywhere without hard work.
No, not really. One thing I noticed when I was working with the sheriff's department and we would do foreclosures, there were people losing their homes and they would have 3 and 4 of these get rich quick schemes in someplace in the house. And none of them were getting rich. It's like there is no such thing as get rich quick.
No, there is not.
I mean, you might get lucky, hit the lottery, but these $400 or $500 plans that you buy into, I don't know anybody's gotten rich off of any of them.
It's also getting crazy too. Twice in the past year, I've had my credit card, my debit card in my bank get hacked. I finally got refunded. Somebody hacked my Walmart account and bought $500 worth of shit. And then somebody got a hold of my card, got an OnlyFans account, and spent like $300 on that. Finally got all that money back this week. It's never ending. Never ending.
Yeah.
My bank account called me and was like, well, there's misuse of funds, and we see it's from some company called MS. I'm like, I have no idea what that is, ma'am. She goes, it's called OnlyFans. I was like, oh, that's interesting. How much? And she goes, well, there's this $84 charge, $60 charge, $20. She kept going down the line. I was like, can you at least tell me it was for something awesome? Because if not, give me my money back. She's like, I'm going to respond to that. I was like, I don't care about a couple $100. Just give me my money back.
Yeah, I had both my debit cards hacked when I was working at the movie theater. And the only place that I ever used both those debit cards at was the gas station there. And it was young kids, and they ordered, they tried to buy a gaming computer. Well, there's never enough money in my account for that. And then they got off of each card, they got subscriptions to something from Microsoft. And I mean, I got all the money back. Microsoft, I actually got it back directly from Microsoft because they called me up and said, listen, if we like to prosecute, and if you will agree to testify, we'll refund your money right now. You won't have to wait the 6-8 weeks to get it back from the bank. And I was like, done. That was an easy call.
Yeah, definitely. I like the flash.
But they were working at the gas station, or one of them was working at the gas station anyway. And he was just taking credit card numbers. And I don't know what made him think they would get away with it for any length of time. But like a lot of stuff, like the computers and stuff they were getting, they were having delivered to the neighbor's house who worked during the day. And they would go pick them up off of his porch, thinking that, oh, nobody will ever tie it to us because, you know, it's going to this address. But yeah, they weren't that smart. They got caught.
Yeah, it's pain in the ass. I wasn't even mad. Like, who stole my card on Walmart website? They bought $500 worth of sound bars. That basically the flat sound bars going into big screen TV.
Yeah, they're reselling them.
And I'm like, yeah, like, okay, that's cool. And then God knows only what was going on this OnlyFans thing. But when I got refunded, it was like London. And I'm like, I don't know anybody in London. So that was fucking awkward. But I got all my money back today. It was only a couple $100, but still, it's like, whatever. So yeah, that just happened. But Bruno, I'm gonna let you get. I do love the Flash shirt, by the way. You might ask whose dog tag that is on your neck.
That one, mine.
Oh, yours. Okay, cool. Hey, I noticed you got the rubber. You know, the rubber is to keep them from dangling and making noises if you're in the bush. That's what the rubber's for.
Yeah, I got this in 1973. I hadn't even enlisted yet.
Oh, okay.
I was interning at the base, and they were showing me around, and there's this Frankenstein kind of typewriter there. And I asked what it was for, and they said, oh, we make dog tags with it. I looked, and he says, here. And they made me a dog tag. And I mean, I had the other two. I don't know where the other two are.
But you got the rubber on it, right? That's what the rubber, the only reason for the rubber, you probably already know, right? Is like if you're actually in the bush.
Keep it quiet.
First off, yeah. So first off, it should never happen because like the Marines, they always put them in their bootlaces, right? Yep. But that's what the rubber's for. Check this out. Watch this. Literally one reach grab. What the hell?
There you
That
go.
was. I hit the right here on my gaming computer. I hit the USB cord. That's for the camera right there. Anyways, so this is my grandfather's that I have hanging above in my man cave. He was a Army paratrooper, Army Air Corps, before Air Force, Army Air Corps, Army paratrooper, and paratroopered in. I say paratroopered because that's a horrible word, and I just slaughtered that, but whatever, I'll deal with it. Behind enemy lines, behind the parallel line into North Korea. Was a sniper. I have the bullet casings that he brought home in my nightstand where I go to bed in my bedroom nightstand right there. I got all of his war memorabilia and some war items from his time there, but I keep that there as a memory for some guy. He came home safe and sound, right? Built a huge family, built a huge farm. And they actually named the road that he bought his farm on in Virginia after his last name. It's called Saunders Road, Saunders, Saunders Road, down in Virginia. So that's the thing. But yeah, many cool stories about that man. But yeah, I literally just grabbed that and just knocked my cord off right here. That's what cut my camera
It's
off.
okay. Yeah, I lost this for I guess 3-4 weeks. I couldn't find it, and my wife finally found it, and
I like it.
but yeah,
I like
this
it.
is
I like it. It's good voice here.
from '73. I had the pink one because I had
73.
an allergy. Yeah, got it in 1973. My senior year in high school.
Ah, damn. You
Not
look
a lot
like
of
you're
stuff I
about
have.
38 going on 41.
But that
Yeah,
is
I've
one
been
of the
seeing your
things
posts,
that,
so I've been. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I said that is one of the things that, for some reason, became very important to me.
Why don't you take one off and put it into like a safe somewhere that's super safe so you're
Well,
not wearing both
this
of them
one
at the
is
same time?
this one was actually from Disney World, and it had I think Mickey Mouse on the back, and it just says I'm a diabetic on insulin, have a pacemaker defibrillator, which I don't have the
Oh,
defibrillator
okay.
anymore.
I like it.
But it
I
is my
like
medic
it.
alert.
It seems very important to you. I can tell the way you're looking at it. It seems very important to you.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it is.
Hey, it's one of those small things that make us men. You know, it's just one of those small things. It's what we do as men. All right, Bruno. Thank you for sharing that with me. And thanks for chatting with me and staying online. I needed that. I appreciate it very much.
Like I said, anytime. All right.
All right, brother.
See you next time.
All right, absolutely. Have a good night, brother.
Stay safe.